Alright, so, how y'all doing boys? Hope you're doing well. Now in today's video, we finally have here our update. I honestly thought it was going to get to the point where it was like 2 weeks, because I don't know why, maybe it's just me, but between this like patch notes and the previous patch notes, feels like it has been absolutely ages. Maybe because the last one wasn't like the biggest in the world, or I do believe we actually got one, but it was just like some bug fixes. And we did also have the net bubble maintenance where they basically fixed up a bunch of issues with all of their games and servers and whatnot. But here it finally is, the 322 maintenance. And of course, she is here, the brand new Elaine. Now, I was actually surprised to see that they're going to give her tickets as well. So if you guys do actually spend on the game, you can of course get that. There she is. I also find it really cool they've been doing these kind of little animations. But if you like, actually, I might go ahead and bring up the DN skills. But here she is, the Gold Wings Elaine. Now, this is actually my first time looking at any of her cards and whatnot. I usually try and keep first impressions and whatnot for when the unit's actually released. But the first card here, Flower Blast, inflicts damage equal to 120% of attack on all enemies, then disables buff skills for 1 turn. I suppose the second card here increases HP related stats of allies by 5% for 2 turns and applies a buff that recovers 20% of damage take. Also, it's kind of like the Barn card. It's HP related stats though, and it's less of like a percentage on the recovery, but I suppose that's all right. I mean, I feel like the fairy team, if you're looking to just rock solo fairies, probably needs a little bit bigger of a buff than this. I mean, who knows? The ultimate here inflicts damage equal to 420% of attack on all enemies, releases 100% of dot damage. Okay, that's once again, ultimate not too bad. The passive here, at the start of ally's turn, applies Petals of All Sacred Tree on all enemies for 1 turn, increases fairy race allies damage by 30%, and applies shock effect for 1 turn. Honestly, that 30% there for King is going to be absolutely crazy, especially with the fact that the Hellbrim recently got his relic. His buff card combined with the Holy Relic, combined with that passive there, I mean, that is some serious. Don't get me wrong, you can't like have a rank up or any KO ignites there, but that in itself is going to be some absurd damage. And actually has a Holy Relic. Increase all enemies' damage taken by 30% when they are under the effect of 30% and applies shock debuff. Yeah, no, she actually, especially since she has the Holy Relic, isn't looking too bad, that's for sure. But back to the patch notes here. We are, of course, this is another big thing that I was super excited for. The OG Festival King Holy Relic. Inflicts bleed for 2 turns when the hero deals damage with an all target skill. So that in itself is really nice. Does that actually... No, I believe his passive is get 3 debuffs before he can actually... Oh, well... What is... His card does poison, and then his passive does bleed, and the DN's does shock. So I suppose that in itself pretty much allows you to, like, proc that every turn, which would be pretty crazy. I really hope this actual, like, shock effect does last more than, like, the first turn, because it says here effect for 1 turn, whereas... like, you know, some of the other ones are worded just a little bit differently. But like I said here, the ticket bundles are all here, and this one as well. I mean, they've been doing a really good job with some of like these hammers and just like some of the more small bundles have been like really good like price and value and whatnot. So I wonder if this will actually be decently priced, and you know, might be able, it's not the craziest amount of hammers in the world, but anvils are always nice. And a new rank up bundle as well, that is very good. Extra 20 diamonds for each rank between 90 to 100, and then the extra 50 upon purchasing. I mean, I feel like Hawk Pass, the monthly subscription, and the rank up bundles are probably the best value you can get out of the game, and also these tickets if you're willing to spend a little bit more money. But here we go, down here to system updates there. Oh yes, I completely forgot about this. So you can finally skip the Hawk, not the Hawk Pass, the Training Grotto. Okay, battle missions. Oh, okay. Battle missions added on each Amber stage. Auto clear tickets become usable after a 5-star clear. So you do actually have to be able to... Okay, that completely makes sense. So I can understand them not just like... Even if like it's not like after, you know, you just clear that stage, because obviously people would spawn in with the best team, you know, finish that stage and then they can't do the second one. Like even just like level 1 players could probably go through the whole thing eventually. But no, even just like not finishing the whole thing, but getting all these stars is a nice way to kind of like make that a bit balanced. Let's see, improve 7 constellations growth point. When GP is acquired, your total amount of GP will appear with a shortcut to your constellations. Your current amount of GP will be visible in the hero menu. Automatically activate the furthest. Yes, okay, I definitely like that there, because half the time you don't really know what's like most value. And I wonder if it'll just go by like the cheapest thing, or if it'll go like in actual order. I definitely like to see that one. And this is a really nice change. Honestly, I don't know why they didn't do this when they initially dropped the Demonic Beast battles, but the fact that you actually get to choose which one you want to like have the first time clear rewards for the week. Once again, it's not something I really fell for at all. Like, I know people have definitely fallen for it, and like you just go to grind as Valga because it's like nice, easy content. You're farming holy relics, and then all of a sudden you're missing out on what, 6 of the deer materials. Like, there's a huge loss, but finally fixed up now. It's like, even if you like do, let's say, the bird and then you fail, it's actually based on like your first completion, it selects it. So really nice change. I'm really happy they did that. Improved daily task missions. The fighting festival participation task has been improved. Okay, so does that just mean, yeah, you can pretty much do either of the, I mean, I don't really mind it. I kind of like just like the whole fact that you have to do the one daily thing in ungeared kind of like makes me do ungeared a little bit more. I do kind of like to stick to the gear side of things. Improved King's material exchange. Grimoires of Darkness can be exchanged with King. The display, that's right. I wonder if we'll ever actually get like a stage like for the SP dungeon to actually farm the dark grimoires and eventually the light ones when they come out. Improved Knighthood competition. You can now change the order of your teams. Once again, Knighthood competition, not something I really do. I'm not sure if it's like a must do in order to get those kind of like the new like white and gold kind of costumes. If it is, I'll definitely have to, you know, sink a couple hours into it, that's for sure. But if it's, I believe it is just something you can get based off of like your guild boss scoring at the end of the week. So I don't know, once again, it's something I really have to look into there. Added battle tips. 2 new tips will be added to the loading screen. Yeah, nothing we really worry about. Add a description to the item storage. A description below will be displayed when the item storage is empty. Okay, yeah, just once again, they've been doing this a whole lot in like the past, honestly, a hot streak, I feel like, maybe like 5 to 7 updates. They've just been like dropping heaps and heaps and heaps of quality of life stuff, which is really good. I mean, we're almost 3 years into the game on the JP side, and the fact that they're still touching up on things is really, really good. Let's see here, replay function, that's really nice as well. New events, so I couldn't imagine these are, okay, going to be stuff they've gone over previously and some more stuff down here. These will just be like usually when like a festival character or anything comes out, get that one on the top left and you can kind of do these missions. A free multi is always nice, and I mean, hammers, UR stones, 5 SSR, I mean SA coins as well. Really good value there. This is something that's new as well that I was kind of happy that they did. I obviously haven't looked at it because, once again, saving first impressions for when the update actually drops, but I mean, event you can do, once again, some more rewards, which is really nice. And, oh, okay, some stuff for cosmetic upgrades. Cosmetic upgrades play like one of the best things they can give us, like, for free, along with like anvils, obviously, or sorry, hammers, but I don't know, cosmetic upgrades are always really good. Doll Day Festival event achievements. Let's see, free stage clear count. Yeah, not too much there, it's pretty much just going over what was spoken about previously. Elizabeth looks for a way to, well, we'll skip that. Enter via the event banner, that's alright. Chapter clear rewards. I mean, that's honestly some pretty good stuff there. This is all going to be like stuff that you can see in game. I mean, if you guys want to actually go ahead and read over any of this, by all means, just pause the video in here and have a quick read through. But this stuff, this is all pretty, you know, what we're used to at this point. I really do hope they eventually bring back some of the top 100 characters, for even so that like some of the like newer players actually get a chance to have those characters. Because if you're missing out on, let's say, like a collaboration character, I know you can make them appear, but they don't appear in the box as like, you know, they haven't been found yet. It's still the wanted poster. So I mean, the top 100 characters, I understand why they're a little bit more like, you know, they are actual 7 Deadly Sins characters, but I don't know, I just want to have the full box, that's all. Rewards per victory count, yes. Acquire based on the... Okay, so that's pretty much just an event. I mean, that is really nice. I wonder if they're going to do that for geared PvP as well. 70S Festival Boost event. I mean, due to the fact that we have had like Meliodas and King and Deanne, and like, I feel like they've all been in such quick succession, we do have most of this stuff most of the time nowadays, which is really, really good. Daily task reward boost. I mean, extra gems is always nice. Extra anvils, like this stuff is going to come in big handy, and like that's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 extra gems per day. Like that's absolutely massive, and you know, 1 of each cosmetic upgrade as well, which is huge. An extra 20 anvils, like I know it doesn't seem like a whole bunch, like but 4 gems each day, like over weeks and then months and then years, like you were getting so much more value out of that. And this is something as well I was really excited about. I know they have done kind of like cosmetics for the newer version of like the Hawk's house or whatever, but I know I wasn't really a big fan of any of them, and this definitely looks like by far the best one we've gotten yet. So I'm gonna have to actually change to the newer version of the Hawk's Mom, but no, definitely like that there. Will any of these be of any value? I don't think any of these are better than what we have at the moment. I mean, I suppose that's good, but I feel like we already have ones like that. 3,000 gold upon daily quests. You're better off using like the extra ale one. Increase the training grotto's free daily chamber change limit by 1. What does that mean? Because increases the training grotto's free daily amber change limit by 1. Surely that doesn't mean like we get... No, I'm definitely gonna have to look at that as well. 2 barn affection when cooking with barn. Once again, that's all right there. This is something else that is really, really big in this update. We're honestly getting quite a bit here, which is good because they've been holding out on us for the past couple of weeks. The Ancient Holy War event, I could imagine it's going to be like JP, where you just go ahead and pick your side, and then next week we'll actually play the content. But I've heard really good things about this, and I've heard there are things that are lacking a little bit. Like I said, with like the past couple of weeks and so, we've been getting so many quality of life changes, and you know, we've recently gotten the change to the training cave. So, I mean, if this has like got good potential, by all means they can get an update, and like this can become an extremely good event, because yeah, so many people think the potential is there, but it's not quite as good as it could be, which, I mean, they're trying something new, you know, it's to be expected. These are all kind of just rewards. I mean, all of that looks really nice, and that as well. Enhancing stones, although they seem like by far the worst things on some of these lists, like, man, I've been running the box CC as of recent, and it just takes so much gold and like hundreds of millions of gold just to like push to like the 9 million and that 10 million box CC, but we'll get there eventually. More stuff talking about the exchange shop, and let's see, normal zones. I'm pretty sure this is just going over all of this. Once again, if you guys want to pause the video and have a read, by all means do so. I'll also have a link to the patch notes in the description below, but once again, they always got to give us these battle events. You always see them somewhere in the patch notes. First clear rewards are always really good. I mean, SSR pennant as well is really, really nice, but there we go. That just about does it for today's patch notes. I mean, definitely glad the update's finally here. It's been so long, and I feel like we should have got this stuff a little earlier. I also feel like we should have caught up to JP by now, but hey, it is what it is. That just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.